Hello and welcome to Still Got Legs, a Doctor Who Rewatch podcast brought to you by Another Happy Studios. This week we've landed in Cardiff and a familiar green face returns. This is Boomtown.
It's you do this.
Interesting.
Look, I know the role here. You do the intro, then you normally start us off.
Well, I just wanted to see what would happen. I just wanted to see if you would take the reins or if you would just die in a puddle and leave it to me. And
I didn't die. I died in absolutely no puddles. I was just waiting to see if you'd step up to the plate with your responsibilities.
I was waiting to see if you would step up to the plate with your responsibilities.
I think that's toxic management.
It's always a good rule of thumb for a co-host to pick up the slack whenever anything goes wrong.
You frequently laugh about how you don't pick up my slack and just let me suffer.
No, but that's different.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it? I think you're being a toxic manager. For someone that claims he owns this podcast rather than a 50-50 ownership, I think you're... Now that the pressure's been put on you and the responsibility is yours to uphold it, you don't want to claim it. That's what I think. Stop it! For fuck's sake!
No. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome to Still Got Legs, our silly little Docu Who show. How are you doing? You can't answer. How are you doing, Lawrence? I'm Nathan, by the way. That's Lawrence. Hello.
Hello. I did wonder who that was for. I was like, should I say something? I'm well, Nathan. I'm doing very good. I found out some mind-blowing information, but...
Is it related to Doctor Who?
It is so related to Doctor Who, and specifically this podcast.
Let's hear it. Welcome to... I was going to do a segment. There's no segment. Here we go.
Welcome to this segment. Right, if you're new to the show...
What was that? Why are you having trouble?
No, because I don't know. It's such an obscure fact, and okay. I'm trying to find my way into it. So those of you that are new to this episode... or new to the show, new to the show, and this is your favourite episode of Doctor Who, and you just wanted to find a podcast that spoke about this episode.
Hello. Stick around.
Firstly, thank you. Yeah, stick around, and also check out what we've already done.
Yeah,
it's fun. But we don't like Adam, do we, Nathan?
No, we don't.
And tell us, just for the new ones, tell us who Adam is briefly.
He's a fuckhead. He briefly joined Team TARDIS, circa 2005. After just doing fuck all with the Dalek and then just being a fuckhead in space, and then he got a big hole in his head, and we just don't like him because he's a fuckhead.
Yeah, he is a fuckhead. We don't like him at all. Merch, fuck Adam t-shirt merch coming soon. But Nathan, I found out something while searching for a little joke on Twitter. I searched Adam Doctor Who.
Okay.
And I found his Wikipedia page.
Oh no.
And I'll tell you...
Wait, Adam the character?
Adam the character.
Is this his Wikipedia, or is this like his TARDISpedia or whatever it is?
It's like his TARDIS. It's tardis.fandom.com/Adam/Mitchell. Right, you can imagine my shock when I scrolled down to find some nice images of Adam on this page. Curiosity got the better of me.
Why was you doing this anyway?
Just for a laugh, I was bored. I had like 20 minutes to kill before we came on. So it was like not long enough for me to do any work, but long enough for me to just dick around.
Should I be looking up his TARDIS.fandom page?
You can do if you want, but I've got it up. And basically, I was so curious to see that he had a column called Adam's Revenge.
What?
I know. Apparently, in a comic called Endgame, and I think there's another one called Mystery Date. That could just be the comic with with an unknown date of publishing. I don't know. I'm hearing this for the first time. You are. Adam's mother died shortly after the Doctor left Adam on Earth.
Oh no!
And Adam became angry at the Doctor for erasing the technology that could have saved her.
What, the microchip?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Okay.
But either way, I think it's a writer that's just gone, we can get something out of this. Adam spent years doing nothing with his life, but he was seeing the Doctor and Rose pop up all throughout history without him. I'm not sure how he was seeing that. because they don't really go back to Earth and do any notable things. At least Nine and Rose don't. But basically, he eventually decided to use the technology in his head to steal from corporate accounts, giving him the means to undertake his revenge. At some point, Adam was taken to the Black Archive by UNIT to have his record as a companion of the Doctor stripped from him. Okay. His memories of the visit there were subsequently erased and he was sent on his way. Basically, I don't know how he did it, but Adam has somehow found a way to secure some Cyberman technology.
What?
And yeah, I don't know. This is the leap that the article makes as well. Adam then lured out a time agent with his Cyberman technology.
Yes. Stole
his vortex manipulator.
Yeah.
This is 2005's very capable physically Adam, by the way.
Yeah.
He then spent fucking years scouring the universe with his vortex manipulator to find the Doctor and Rose. Right?
What, so just like popping up in like random times and planets and just being
Have you seen a man with big ears
Have
anywhere?
you seen a big blue box anywhere?
Adam soon learnt of the Doctor and his status as a Time Lord and his ability to regenerate, something that he didn't obviously know.
There we go.
So his theory of looking for a man with big ears,
yes.
Was flawed because the Doctor could have, had many different forms.
Yes.
The one thing that he could do was set out, as he remembered from having his memory of being a companion stripped, the names of the other files.
Okay.
He set out to then capture the companions of these Doctors, and basically, to cut a long story short, he went round to every single iteration of the Doctor at one point, stole the companion from him. So, like, Martha's been kidnapped, Clara's been kidnapped, Amy, Rory, everyone you know, that is a regular TARDIS journeyer, companion, has been kidnapped by Adam, at which point the 9th Doctor caught wind of this, dropped Rose off home, went over through time and space to get all various incarnations of the Doctor that have ever been. So ever been prior to him and, ahead of his time. And basically, like 15 Doctors rocked up to Adam's place and just beat him up.
What?
At this point, for some reason, the Master is here at this point. And I don't know what the Master wanted, but eventually
Master?
Adam worked...
Which Master?
I think it might be the 7th... Whoever was the Master when the 7th Doctor was kicking about. But either way, he met the 9th Doctor, finally revealed his true identity. He was like, I'm Adam. And he vented about his anger and explained his plans for revenge and how he wasted his life. The Doctor being the 9th Doctor, and this is a quote, was unsympathetic to his plight. So Adam struck the Doctor down. He told the Doctor that he hated his incarnation the most and kicked him before leaving. So basically, at one point they rocked up. The Master was there. The Master was like, "You're doing a good job, Adam." Adam then figured out that he was being manipulated by the Master. That's all it says. I'm not sure how. Then Adam twatted the Master round the head with, quote, a sharp object. And then Adam died.
What?
But then Doctor went back to UNIT, restored Adam's file as a companion, and his gravestone reads, Adam, a companion true.
Oh, no, I hate that.
So I'm sorry that went on a little bit, and no one that came here for Boomtown wanted to hear any of that, but if you've been listening to the podcast, you know that Adam is something that we've hotly debated. And I thought we could finally put him to bed with his own death that is apparently canon.
First of all, Russell T. Davies, if you're listening, and I know you are, there's still time to refilm the 60th anniversary special and do a live-action adaptation of Adam's Revenge, because I think it's what the people want to see. So let's find a way to get that happening. I for one would love to see all of the Doctors just rock up and just beat the shit out of Adam. That would be my personal highlight.
That's one of my favourite things. They just go and beat it. They don't go and be like, Adam, what you're doing is wrong. Yeah. They go and beat him up.
Very in character for the Doctor as well, just to get all of you and just to go beat someone up.
It's the equivalent of like going and getting your dad and being like, we're gonna pick on this person.
Amazing. Wow.
If that's your favourite story, by the way, I paraphrased the hell out of that. So if I got a detail wrong, shut up.
I'll have to find the comics and read it.
Please, I want a more detailed rundown of all the things I probably got wrong. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about that, everyone, but I had to do it.
That was what a lot of fun that was.
Boomtown, Nathan, where are we?
Cardiff.
We are in Cardiff. What episode is this?
11.
11 indeed.
Yes.
How many we got left with Big Chris?
2 more after this.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So really not long left with Christopher Eccleston at all, and I'm gonna miss it for one. I for one am definitely going to miss it. I've come to, not that I know I didn't before, but I'm really enjoying spending time with the Ninth Doctor. I've enjoyed seeing him grow. Someone's looking bougie with their glass bottle of water.
Oh, come on, I got it from IKEA.
I was like, well, you get in a fancy restaurant. We're like, would you like some water for the table? And they bring out these big glass bottles.
I love freezing water. Like, it's my favourite thing. And the tap is never quite cold enough for me. So I fill that up before bed, put it in the fridge, come downstairs. I've got a great, nice bottle of cold water. No one cares.
You get yourself a hydro flask.
I see. I had one.
Keeps it
and
cool.
Then I had one, and then I cleaned it one time, put fairy liquid in it, forgot I'd washed it, and left the lid on it with fairy liquid in it for the longest time. And now every time I smell it, I can't shake the fairy liquid.
See, the trick is to just never wash it.
I mean, it's all it's had in it is water.
Exactly.
Are we being gross? I feel like that's gross.
That's fine. I feel like that's fine.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. It's just water.
It's just water, everyone.
Yeah. Calm down.
Yeah, get off our backs.
Yeah.
No, the reason we did this podcast was so that I think we wanted a place to discuss Doctor Who more in depth, and I realised that I've kind of never done that with Nine's era.
Yes.
So I'm really, really enjoying. I'm definitely going to miss him when he goes, and I've gained. It's not that I didn't like him before, like Nathan said, but I've gained such an appreciation for like how he played the part and kind of the pressure he must have been under to undertake this part as well, because it can't have been an easy fucking role to just go, yeah, I'll give that a go.
And he has really grown over the course of the season as well. He's like, from where we first saw him, he was quite a more darker version of the character. He has definitely softened due to his time with Rose and well, Jack as well. I guess Jack's on the team now as well. So
yeah. And let's get into it. Jack is on the team.
Yes.
Feels like they've probably done some more stuff.
Well, yeah. You get the hint that they've not just gone straight from World War II to here. There's been a few journeys in between.
Yeah. What do you think about this? This is the first. I mean, maybe not in the classic era, but we always just reference kind of New Who, I guess, in this.
Yeah.
This is the first TARDIS team we've had, really.
Oh, definitely not the first TARDIS team, like in
terms
of all of Doctor Who. But yeah, in the revival, this is the first TARDIS team we've had, basically. And it doesn't last long, but yeah, it's good. I always enjoy the dynamic of a TARDIS team rather than a TARDIS duo. I think I feel like there's more to play with there, really. If the Doctor's got a group of 2 or 3 companions around, I always enjoy that more than just 2 of them, personally.
Yeah. I also think it works because the Doctor kind of needed to be put a little bit... The Doctor and Rose's dynamic needed to be put on ice after the last episode. They were horny.
They were too horny for each other.
Yeah. So what they need is a big, boisterous American running around and being... I don't want to jump ahead, but I put... Imagine going to the Cardiff the Cardiff Bay and having a nice lunch out on the pier.
Yeah.
And you've got John Barrowman being like, and then I said this right next to your table.
I thought that too. I couldn't imagine being someone else at that restaurant. I would have had the worst time. Just trying to read my paper on a Sunday morning or whatever. And then there's just this table of just ignorant, just idiots all screaming and laughing at each other. You best believe I'd have sat there and just shook my head in silence as I did nothing.
Yeah, same. I would have been so mad that I would have left and gone somewhere else.
Before saying I had a lovely time to the waitress on my way out.
And probably tipping them for not helping me shush them down.
And that's how we do it in Britain, okay?
Hell yeah. It's probably, I know, yeah, but it's probably not how they do it in Cardiff, is it? They probably have a bit more, I feel like the Cardiff locals would have been getting a bit more fucking irate.
What are you trying to say about the Welsh?
I'm saying they're braver than me.
I feel like you're always very derogatory towards the Welsh.
I'm not derogatory. Don't put that on me.
Lovely neighbours to the west.
That is true. All right. Well, so let's. The episode. One of my favourite things about this episode of all time is it takes as we spoke about the Slovene in.
The Slovene are back.
Yeah, they're back.
Well, one of them.
They were in, what were they in? World War III, and what was the other one called?
Aliens in London.
Aliens of London, actually, I think we said it was.
Sure, that one, okay.
Yeah. What I like is this episode takes the silly farting monster and goes, what if she begged the Doctor to acknowledge the sanctity of life? And just a great one all round for the kids. But I think this is a more of an emotionally complex episode than I remembered. It was a bit deep, but they get into some fucking shit in this.
Yeah, when I was younger, I feel like this would have been an episode that I found to be more boring, really. It was probably, if I was an idiot on Twitter and didn't understand how TV works, I would have called this filler. Topical.
Nice.
Got you. Yeah, but oh, sorry, David. David just fell. But now that I'm older and stuff, I'm like, oh no, this is actually. Oh fuck, David's down.
Fucking stop! Just put him down.
No, he wants to stand up.
I see.
It's like you say, it is really deep and complex, and getting into the moralities of life and death and all this sort of stuff. It's probably not the best thing for primetime telly, Saturday 7 p.m. the whole family to watch and have a good time with deep introspective conversations about death and the morality and all that sort of stuff. But I had a good time with it. I enjoyed it.
No, I did too. So this episode, we've already said it's in Cardiff. This episode opens with a man. I can only assume he's some sort of like safety inspector nerd or something.
Yeah, his official title is safety inspector nerd. Yeah,
or something.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Safety Inspector Nerd or something is going about, and he's like, this project you're doing, this mystery project that we haven't disclosed to the audience what it is yet. It's going to do death. It's going to do death in Britain. There's going to be loads of people that die. And the fun thing is we don't know who he's talking to until we realise.
Do.
No, we don't.
We do.
Not yet.
All right. Until they show her.
Until they show her right away, yeah. No, but I like that. I like that she's somehow the fucking mayor of Wales now.
The mayor of Wales.
The mayor of Wales. I don't know how it works over there.
Fucking hell. The mayor of Cardiff. They say it in the episode.
She's the mayor of Cardiff, and she's obviously planning some sort of eerie thing. She does. This guy misses all the signs. She's like, have you showed this to anyone else? And he's like, no, why would I? Well, my man.
I mean, he's not the only one who misses the signs, though, because there's a scene a little later where a journalist is talking to her, and then they just go through a list of everyone surrounding the project who has died. One of them that she killed herself. Like, just that Margaret, not the Slovene, that Margaret just killed in her car. And no one's like, this is a bit weird. no one's like...
This is a bit weird that you're specifically involved as well.
Yeah. Strange. Should at least get manslaughter charges.
I think it's also interesting that it implies that this Slovene has learnt how to drive. I just like the idea that she's been there for so long. She's like, I can't be walking everywhere like this. I'm in this suit. I'm farting. I'm shitting up a storm on the bus.
I don't think there was anything preventing her from learning to drive or from driving.
No, maybe not. This is the Slovene like to get around. This whole episode focuses on the Slovene being a bit gnarly with their boards as well.
You're jumping too far ahead. You're getting too
I know.
Lawrence.
Surely they did not get Mickey to commute from London to Wales instead of picking him up in the TARDIS along the way, which would have taken 2 minutes.
How far away do you think Wales is?
It's far enough on a fucking train.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not.
Whatever you answer, the TARDIS is closer.
Yeah, but like the TARDIS is closer than my house to the shops as well, though. So like,
you're just gonna pop down to the shops, are you? Failing that, you'll go to Wales. So that's the same in your mind.
No, I'm saying that it's not an obscene journey.
It's like, obscene enough.
No, it's not. I used to do that journey all the time.
We can't all be cool like you, David, can we? I'm just saying.
It's like 2 hours on the train, if that.
I'm just saying, I think how Mickey's been treated, maybe someone should roll out the red carpet for him every now and then.
I think you're making a point of nothing here.
No, come on. I thought that'd be a winner. I thought you'd be well on board for it. You hate fucking commuting.
Yeah, I do, but I think a 2 hour train, you're making it seem like he's crossing oceans and, you know, fucking a great pilgrimage, but it's 2 hours on the train.
That's enough for me. That's more than enough. Probably would have cost him a pretty penny.
Because you're a man
well.
who doesn't travel at all. You refuse. Like, if you want to go visit friends, well, they'll have to come see you.
Yeah, well.
So, there we go.
I'm comfortable here. But no, so anyway, Mickey catches up with the TARDIS. What do you think of the Doctor and Mickey's dynamic here?
It's nice enough. It's friendly.
Yeah,
having a little bit of fun, little banter.
I think they've grown a little bit. I think the Doctor covering for Mickey.
There's a mutual respect between them.
Yeah,
I feel like.
I think the last time, because the Doctor was like, "Come on the TARDIS," and Mickey was like, "No," and the Doctor was like, "I won't let him on the TARDIS," to like save his pride in front of Rose. I thought that was. They've obviously remembered that, and like it's gone from "you're a fucking idiot" to like Ricky the idiot, like playful banter,
bit of fun.
which I quite liked.
Yeah, bit of fun. The same the same sort of kindness does not extend to Jack, however. Like, who's this new, threateningly handsome, cheesy American bastard hanging out with Rose?
Yeah,
I
like that the episode like plays a bit of silly music. I'm like, no, Mickey should be jealous and concerned here. Like, Rose was trying to like hop on, for lack of a better phrase, an episode ago.
I mean, it's kind of implied, but at the end of the last episode, they all had a threesome. So,
is it? What
there was all that dancing going on, weren't they?
Oh yes, they were having a little rock. Yeah. Do you think it went further than that though?
Hey,
bit boogieing.
Who's to say?
I know we said the Ninth Doctor does fuck, but I can't imagine the Ninth Doctor having the social skills to fuck.
I could point you in the direction of some very explicit fan fiction where he does.
You got it on quick links, have you? You wrote it?
No, it was just easy to find.
Oh damn! If you know where to look, Nathan, maybe.
Everyone knows where to look. I'm no stranger to AO3. You won't get that reference, but
I don't get that reference.
I think I've brought it up before as well. But for those who do, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I feel out of the loop. I'm the only other participant in this conversation, and I don't know what's happening.
Someone who's listening will have frequented AO3, and they'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
I'm quite horrified. What do you make of the? So we get a return to a bit of a payoff from the Unquiet Dead. The rift under Cardiff is sealed. I forgot that I knew that the Doctor needed to go there every once in a while. I forgot it was for the TARDIS to refuel.
Did you?
I did. I thought he maybe went there every now and again and was just like, yeah,
just checking up
still
on
closed up. No, but like, obviously if it is to open, that's, you know, horrific. No. So I thought he was just touching base every now and again to be like, yep, do some TARDIS, press some buttons and go, yep, it's closed again. No,
it's basically just a baked-in way for them to film down the street.
Yeah,
that's basically what it is. Like, if they're struggling to find a set location or they can't get to London or whatever, they'll just say, he just needs to refuel. Let's just go down the road. And then having seen the more recent seasons, being more familiar with them like you are, they gone back to Cardiff in a while? No, they haven't gone back since like the fucking season 3 ending. So,
oh really?
Yeah.
So fuck Cardiff then. That riff's done. Oh no, Torchwood were looking after it for a bit.
Torchwood were keeping an eye on it, but they're all dead now, so.
They are all dead.
They're all dead now. So.
Is there like anything else? Unit potentially.
as a unit, but who knows?
Yeah.
Unit closed down for a while. Now they're back up and running.
Oh, but no, that's my conclusion anyway. They don't need to check on it, do they? The Rift's fine. They just need to refuel.
It's all good. Yeah, they just need to. Well, I mean, we say it's fine. In Torchwood, it's very much not fine because it's always popping off, and then there's a big monster just appearing or whatever.
I'll tell you what I did enjoy. Captain Jack, a man from the 51st century.
Yes.
Hits Mickey with a classic whatever.
Yeah, I love that. So it was so bad. It was just so. Can you imagine just being hit with a whatever?
With the you can't see, but we're gesturing to each other as well. Like the hand gesture of the I don't know if this is just a British thing, but like the whatever McDonald's worker thing.
Whatever McDonald's worker.
Yeah, so it went whatever.
Yeah.
McDonald's. So you flip it upside down.
So we did the same. Worker. Maybe this was a northern thing, but we did the whatever W Minger, whatever Minger, and then that's
far more northern, right?
It is very northern.
Whereas down south we're like whatever McDonald's worker.
Yeah. You're just showing your classism.
Jokes on you for gaining employment and living on minimum wage, which is quite reasonable for McDonald's apparently.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know though. I was the one saying whatever McDonald's worker.
I'm sure you was. It's that poor minimum wage employee just trying to provide for their family.
Please, sir, do you want that as a meal? I'm like, whatever, McDonald's worker. But yeah, I do want it as a meal, please.
Great.
No, I love the notion that he's from the 51st century, and apparently they're still doing that.
Well, he's got some references. Earlier on, he was trying to figure out the right words to use. He was like, cheesy, early 21st century. That's good. And then we're like, no, it's bad. But bad is good, so it's good. So, you know,
was bad good in 2005?
No, probably not. No,
because my head went to the famous paedophile Michael Jackson song.
Yeah.
When he was like, "She's bad. Oh, I'm bad. I'm bad.
Bad's
really,
kind
really
of
bad."
That's come around though. I feel like in 2023, that's kind of like she's a baddie.
Yeah, but that's sexy, right? That's like attractive.
Yeah, but that's the same sort of thing.
Listen to us.
She's bad.
She's a baddie. But that means she's sexy, Nathan.
We're down with Gen Z. We know what's going on. You are Gen Z.
Oh my god, I am as well. Yeah.
Not me. Couldn't be me.
What? We don't know what Nathan is. So if you know what a 45-year-old is, can you?
First, I'm not 45. Okay. Second of all, we do know what I am. I'm a millennial. It's very simple.
Well, I would say you're a fossil, but that's
great. Well done. Good job.
Did you like how I tried to connect it and make it like sound the same?
Yeah, but it just didn't work at all.
It didn't work. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, they're having their lunch. We've already spoken about they go for a bit of a lunch.
They go for a lunch. The doctor sees the newspaper, which was printed very quickly because I feel like they was having that celebration meeting, launch, whatever it was, like that exact same day. But you know, who knows? Timelines, maybe they're different. And then he finds out that Margaret, the Slovenia's back, so they all have to go to the Lord Mayor's office and execute the plan of action. What do you think of Jack's little rundown of the plan?
It makes sense. I mean, like he's a time agent. He's very detail oriented,
very military
about his
man,
plan.
isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. And again, this is one of them fun instances where the TARDIS team assembles, and this is why you see it's better to have more. Basically, if this was without the TARDIS team, the Doctor's like, I can't believe that she's here, and Rose is like, but didn't we explode her? And it's an exposition scene.
Yeah.
Whereas this is character, you get a more fun interaction, and I like that. I like the implication that they've been like Rose and the Doctor are now accustomed to the way Jack deals with shit. Like they all get their phones out, they sync up or whatever the fuck.
They all get their 2004 mobile phones out to get their speed dial or whatever ready. Everyone just pulls out their Nokia and they are ready to go.
I like that Mickey just clues in on it as well. He's like, I'll do this in sync as well. I know what this is.
I really enjoyed Mickey during this scene. I like the fact that everyone's just so on the ball. You know, they are the TARDIS team. They've clearly done this before. They know how to execute a plan. They know their exit strategy. They know what's going on. Mickey doesn't have a fucking clue what day it is. He's running around. He's pushing over the maid or whatever. He's got a little bucket on his foot while he's running through the door. It was all good fun. I liked it a lot.
You the maid cart in the kind of the corridor. Are you clearing that with a run up? What do you make of it?
Oh, not at all. No,
I reckon I can make it.
Really?
I don't think I'd land it. I don't think I'd land it.
Now? Do you? Really, Lauren?
I think I'd make the jump. I think I'd
5 years ago, maybe. I don't think, not to be mean or anything, but I don't know if you're making that now, mate.
That's fair. I'm living in my youth. Anyway, the Doctor gets there. One of the funniest scenes in season 1. Just tell her the Doctor's here to see you. You get one of your classic Doctor Who.
I always love a Doctor Who moment. They're so much fun. I used to hate them. I think I said this previously. I used to hate them so much because it was just so on the nose and cheesy. And it doesn't even make sense because I feel like the natural reaction would be Dr. What? Like, what's your last name? Really? Like, Doctor Who isn't a real... I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But yeah, I always used to hate it. Now I love it, though. Just give me that every time. Give me that cheesiness.
It's a fun bit of cheesiness.
Yeah.
But anyway, so he goes in. You hear the teacup drop.
Yes.
And which is obviously she finds out that the Doctor is back, and she's like, "Oh, I was hiding so well on the front pages of newspapers in Cardiff as in a prominent government role."
She was trying to avoid the cameras, to be fair.
That's true. It's true, but not didn't follow up on it. She's killing people that just go to the bathroom with her, and are like barely know anything, even though confronting her about her running someone over. But no, anyway, so they go there. We get possibly the most dedicated receptionist I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's going on with this guy? Like,
he either wants a promotion or he's knobbing her. There's only two options.
Yeah, there's something strange going on because the way he just like wrestles with the Doctor, just like screaming, "Leave the mayor alone!"
I feel like he's been in something. I feel like he's been in another episode.
He hasn't, but
I think he bears a resemblance to the Doctor that he's either a nurse or a doctor in the Jadoon on the Moon episode, not Partners in Crime. What's it called?
Oh, I know the one you're thinking of.
Smith and Jones.
Smith and Jones, yeah.
Is he that guy?
No, he's not that guy. No, kind of. Well, I feel like they're both blonde. Is what's happened here?
Yeah, maybe. No, but I'm thinking, like. He looks at the guy in Smith and Jones looks a bit older, but
yeah, the guy in Smith and Jones is definitely older, and he's English. This guy's very Welsh.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
but yeah, I like him, but yeah, definitely doing too much, fella.
He is, yeah. Like, I don't know what you're getting paid, but it's not enough to justify this wrestling action that's going on here.
I like that no one else will have kind of known what happened. No one else caught Margaret in her schemes. Yeah. So the last known sighting of her was her jumping out the office when a big northern man in a leather coat came to see her.
Yeah.
That guy's going to get a book deal like the last sighting of the Cardiff's mayor.
Well, they do come back to the office after that. So.
What, to him?
Well, no, not to him. But like presumably they would have had to walk past him to go into the office.
I see. God, he must be well confused about the dynamic there.
Yeah. They'd just be like, "Don't worry about it." He's like, all
right. I feel like he does worry about it, though. Like.
Yeah. Maybe he just wrestles all of them again.
Maybe there's a deleted scene where one by one he's wrestled all of them until they can get into the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It's so stupid.
It was so stupid, isn't it? The sonic screwdriver can reverse teleports.
I knew you'd bring this up. Yeah,
I'm getting fucking sick of it.
You love bringing up the many functions. We found out last week there's 2,488 or whatever it was.
Yeah, something stupid.
2,488 functions of the sonic screwdriver. So one of them can be bringing back teleports. I feel like that makes sense.
It definitely lands. I'm just wondering if there's not a scenario where the Doctor forgot that function exists.
Oh, almost certainly. Yeah, definitely.
But it's definitely more plausible than this setting reattaches fucking physical barbed wire.
I don't think it is. I think they're both equally plausible. They're both doors. They're both different kinds of doors, Lawrence.
We had like a 10-minute row about this last week. If you're interested, go and check it out. But anyway, Mickey is racist. I told you he was.
What?
Because he said she's not even a she, she's a thing.
Is that racism?
It's somethingism.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe not racism, but it's something.
All right.
There's prejudice on show here.
Is it? Well, yeah, I guess. I think it's alright though.
Okay.
Yeah, I could excuse this form of prejudice.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where do you draw the line?
This is where I draw the line.
Oh, okay. So this is the only prejudice allowed. Okay. I was going to try and make some sort of segue here, but it's not going to work. But I've put down Jack loves a tribophysical waveform microkinetic extrapolator.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
Well, my thought was going to be, who doesn't? We all love a tribophysical waveform microkinetic extrapolator.
Is that the board?
It is. It's the surfboard. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, just a bunch of sci-fi sounding words that they just put together, and they were like, "This will do." Yeah.
I'm reminded on a point you brought up once ages ago when I spoke to you about one of my favourite series of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
When I told you that it was called Power Rangers SPD, which stood for Space Patrol Delta, you scoffed and you went, "Those are just words." I went, "You're right, actually. Yeah, they don't mean a damn fucking thing."
That does. I don't remember the interaction, but that does sound like me.
But no, right? What do you? I think it's silly. I think it's
board?
silly, but yeah,
I think it's very silly. It's a futuristic surfboard. Of course, it's silly
with a built-in force field around it as well.
Can you imagine? The biggest crime of this episode is that we didn't actually get to see fucking a big Slovene just riding a surfboard.
Yeah,
it's like the world implodes behind her. That would have been great.
It would have been very gnarly, to put it that way.
Surf is well and truly up, mate. It would have been great to see. Yeah, it's very silly, but I feel that's the good thing about Doctor Who, though. You'll get your silly moments.
Who could forget that it is also pan-dimensional, a quality which Jack is marvelling at.
So pan means all.
Yeah, dimensional. So every dimension?
I guess that makes sense.
I tell you what, hang on.
Let's break it down.
Let's fucking work this out, shall
we? Go on.
Right, let's break it down. Firstly, we've got tribophysical.
So tri is 3.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck tribo is, but...
Let's say...
What's after physical?
Waveform.
Okay. So...
This is a podcast. I'm reminded of just audio waves.
Yeah, waveform is like a microwave, radio waves, audio waves.
Yeah, so it's a Well, let's remember, because whatever the waveform is, it would be a tribophysical waveform. So what does that do to it?
I don't know.
We've made enormous error.
Yeah, I feel like we were too optimistic about our own skills.
Well, it's alright. So tribophysical. Let's just say that is 3.
All right. So 3 physical.
Maybe you have to have 3 points of contact on the board. So you know how some people doing a kickflip might grab the board halfway through.
Oh, but that's dumb.
And sorry, the surfboard isn't.
No, but you don't. Yeah, but
I apologise for doing a dumb thing in this extremely serious concept.
No, but that makes the dumb thing even dumber, because you don't want to be riding a surfboard and then just have your hand on it the whole time, do you? You want to be stood upright surfing it?
What? This is fucking stupid.
This is what we do on Still Got Legs. We get to the bottom of this stuff.
Oh, but I'm glad we did get to the bottom of it. So you're 3 hands on, you're surfing.
Yeah.
You're surfing, I'm going to say you're surfing waveforms. The waveforms are the...
yes.
Is the energy that is produced from a planetary explosion.
Oh, yeah, we'll buy that.
That you could surf along. Microkinetic.
So kinetic is movement. So micro movement. So like, maybe you don't have to move as much. Maybe
you have to hold it with 3 hands or 3 limbs. You have to have 3 points of contact as you ride on the waveform.
Yeah,
barely moving.
Yeah,
so that it can absorb your kinetic energy to extrapolate it.
Yeah, which makes sense. Extrapolate to, take it, to generate it, to make use of it.
I think it's certainly a word.
Extrapolate is a word.
I know it is, but I don't know what the fuck it means.
It means to, take. Like, if I'm extrapolating I don't know, like, when I make pasta, I extrapolate the water from the pasta and pour it down the sink.
You need a cooking show, mate. Don't mind me, guys, just extrapolating the pasta from the water.
I'm not saying it's a word I'd use, but it's a word nonetheless.
So that's how it works, and the fact that it's pan-dimensional, which seems to be an added feature, is that it's possible in all dimensions.
All dimensions, yes. So
it's a good bit of kit.
Yeah, I'd have one.
I'd have one as well. I don't know how I'd use it.
So there we go.
Yeah. But I would have one.
That was a fun little detour we took there.
Yeah, coming up 50 minutes now. I like the implication that Rose has wasted hours of the Doctor's time trying to pronounce Raxicoricofallapatorius.
Yeah, that's a bit of fun. Yeah, it's a difficult word to pronounce though.
I have a question for you.
All right.
Do you remember your first correct pronunciation of the planet?
Not at all. No.
I remember practicing it in the kitchen.
What, today? Getting ready for the podcast?
Yeah, just rehearsing in the reflection of the mirror. No, I just remember. I remember trying to get it right, and my mum was saying, I think you got it that time, and I was like, no, I didn't, Mum. Stop trying to make me do it.
Mum, this is serious business, please.
Yeah, for fuck's sake, Mum. So no, I remember that, and then my moment of joy was very much Rose's moment of joy.
Raxicoricofallapatorius.
Yeah,
it rolls off the tongue now. Now it's built in, it's ingrained.
Yeah,
but yeah, there was a time where it was definitely tricky to get my tongue around, as it were. That sounds gross. We have, as we've gone through this silly little show, being Still Got Legs, we've often discussed the TARDIS. And we have our opinions about the TARDIS, and you particularly enjoy this version. Me, yes. I'm not as much as a fan. And I tell you what, somehow they found a way to make it look even worse.
You're mental. I actually avoided bringing this up because I didn't want to have this row.
How can you think it looks good? It's so messy and ugly. There's wires everywhere. There's big strips.
But that's it. Right, my point being, right, this episode is the reason I love this TARDIS set, right?
Go on, show me your work and give me your thesis.
The wires everywhere, the dirty floor panels like clinking in and out like it's some fucking grubby, grimy workspace, right? It's dirty, it's thrown together, and with the context of this is a TARDIS that has not been repaired in a long time, and also, might I say, just been through a fucking war, and it doesn't have the possibility to even, not at this point anyway, it doesn't have the possibility to go and just get a replacement. The Time Lords were the only ones that had this bigger on the inside technology, right? I think it looks exactly what a piece of shit, clunky fuck ship should look like. when it's a good couple of fucking centuries into not being replaced, it barely works, it looks grubby and grimy, and the Ninth Doctor doesn't give a shit about upkeeping it. It's great, it's perfect.
But he should, though. This is my issue with it. If it is, and, you're exactly right when you say it's the last one, it's the last TARDIS, or no others. Yeah. So maybe you should keep it in better fucking nick. Especially since it's also his home as well. It's where he lives. Have a bit of pride, man. Clean up.
I love that the Ninth Doctor isn't tied down to where he lives. Other Doctors, I think, would spend time in their TARDIS. I think the Ninth Doctor is out, just distracting himself as much as he can.
I'll take that. That's a good point. I'll take that. But, if it is, it's the last of the time machines, take good care of it. You don't want to fucking break that thing. Keep it... keep maintenance on it. The reason I don't like it so much is because it looks like it's falling apart. It looks like the console, I feel like none of those switches or dials or levers on the console actually work. If you pull one, it'll just fall off. And
that's what I love about it.
I hate it. It's gross.
Look, I don't think you're wrong. I've said right now, for those of you that aren't, Nathan. No, Nathan's preferred TARDIS is 12's version of the shiny TARDIS because it's got the bookcases, it's homely, it's got the whiteboard and shit, right?
It's also, this is another part of it as well, it's also a 360 enclosed set as well.
Yeah, give me a fucking break.
No,
season 10.
I'm not. It was introduced season 7.
Fuck off. When they had the BBC America money, I know your fucking game.
Yeah, the budget was definitely bigger then. Probably the highest it's ever been, to be honest. But still, it's still just a 360 enclosed set is just better, and also the interior itself just feels more alive than this one does. It's lit better. It's lit so much better. I cannot stand the lighting of this TARDIS, man. I think it gets better during Tennant's run, but during Eccleston specifically, during the first season, it's just so drab and gloomy, but not in a good way. It's not atmospheric gloomy. It just looks dull. It just looks like it's not lit properly.
Fair. I take the point. Look, my final thing. Otherwise, we will do this every week. My final 2 cents on the topic is. My opinion is, as the Doctor personalizes the TARDIS more, you lose the personalization of the TARDIS, which sounds like it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and I feel like you're incorrect.
As you start to see more the stuff the Doctor puts in, i.e. the bookcase, the whiteboard, that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, it's chalkboard. Yeah.
The chalkboard. The more stuff, it's an interactive whiteboard.
A smart board.
As the Doctor puts more stuff in like that, yes, it's nice and it's personal, and I get it. It's nice because it can change with each version of the Doctor and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Right. But I think that on the flip side, the actual design of the TARDIS becomes so much more generic. Like, fucking, how many sci-fi shows have we watched with a big silver fucking chromey spaceship?
So many, but that TARDIS isn't that though. Like, on just first glance, yes, but it's so much more than that though. There's so much more personality to it, even with the lighting and that sort of stuff, because the lighting, it has a way of reflecting the TARDIS. Like, it can communicate with the Doctor through the lighting, basically.
I don't think it's a bad design. I prefer this one. This one feels like we have never ever seen a sci-fi spaceship look like season 1, season 2 TARDIS.
For good reason. I think for good reason. We'll leave it there because we will go on for ages. We will. And we need to get on. But I'm sure that's not the last time we'll have this debate. But hey,
no, almost certainly not. You are winning the poll on Twitter currently, though, which does frustrate me.
Yes. So there we go.
I fucking love that this episode just U-turns into a philosophical debate about the meaning of life.
Yeah, it's good shit, man.
Yeah, very good shit. And I've also put, if Mickey's not careful, he's going to fall down a pavement crack into a big cave that isn't Torchwood yet.
No, Torchwood was around at this time. Jack was around. Jack was just probably 4 feet away, just keeping quiet. So
was he?
Yeah. Jack's been around since in Torchwood Cardiff since fucking 1800s or some shit.
Oh, I suppose he has. Yeah, because in that Torchwood episode they do all their backstories, don't they?
Yeah. And then there's one specifically where it's 1999. He's like in the Torchwood thing. So
is he in that institute around. Underneath the thing though?
Yeah. The same one. So he's definitely around. He's just keeping quiet.
Imagine a scenario: Mickey falls down the crack in the door, right? In that little, the little pavement slab that takes him down. Mickey falls down the cracks, lands, and there's Jack with a slightly more robust haircut going, shh. Can't tell anyone what you saw here today.
That would be pretty
funny. Oh no, they'd give him that pill that they every time in Torchwood that they do something that a character shouldn't remember, they're like, drink this pill.
Them. Yeah, drug him.
Yeah. What a show. Let us know if you want us to do anything like that, by the way. If you ever want us to cover a Torchwood.
Probably won't be until after we've caught up with Doctor Who. So
no, you will have to wait like
quite a while.
Probably a good 3 years or so. Yeah,
at least. So.
I tell you what, I love the concept of the Doctor is kind of forced to confront that he doesn't do this. He doesn't wait around.
Yeah.
He makes a choice, probably kills some people. And I remember you saying, when we did World War III, that it's a raw choice that the Doctor just is like, death then, die. And you kind of, I don't know, what does it mean to you that he kind of has to sit with this and really consider what he did?
It's a progression of it. Like I say, it's the progression of the Doctor that we've seen throughout this season. Like, because, like I said in those episodes, specifically, I think the World War III was the second part one. Like, there wasn't really much hesitation. Like, yes, he had the moment where he said to them, "Leave this planet, or I'll stop you." But even after that, where it came down to it, it wasn't a decision he was wrestling with. It was like, let's do it. Let's bomb these cunts. Let's go.
Sure that's verbatim. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it. Let's bomb these cunts.
It wasn't a difficult decision for him at all. Really, it was just what he had to do. So he did it. This one, because he spent time with Rose and to some extent Jack, I'd say, he definitely has softened a little bit, and now he has to actually reflect on those choices that he's made. And if he can, and this time as well, it's a lot more personal as well. Like, Margaret is intentionally making it more personal, as a way to kind of get out of it. So obviously it's going to be a little bit more difficult there, but I definitely do enjoy the way he's having to wrestle with all of that stuff.
Do you think the Doctor would have gone through with it? Had his hand not been forced a different way?
I think so.
Hard with the Ninth Doctor, isn't it?
Yeah, it is hard. Specifically, what I'm thinking of is if she hadn't specifically mentioned how the execution happens, which is quite gruesome. They're literally boiled alive and your insides spill out and you're still alive looking at it. Like, that is particularly brutal and dark. Like,
not to show my hands, but more on that later.
I see. If it wasn't for that, then I think that he might have gone through with it. But I feel like knowing that information, I feel like even for the Ninth Doctor, I think that's possibly a step too far, and he wouldn't have gone through with it.
I also think that's bollocks.
What, you think what Margaret's saying is bollocks?
I think it's at least exaggerated, because I genuinely believe there's a world she could have turned the tide and got the Doctor, maybe not drop her off with the Slitheen, but at least just throw her on a fucking desolate planet somewhere and be like, live like a fucking hermit. But I can't bring myself to take you to your death.
Possibly.
I think there's, but I also think she laid it on too thick. The Doctor was like, "Oh, the steak looks nice," and she's like, "I guess I will soon just be a bit of meat because I'll be dead, and you are the one that's doing it, and I'm sad."
Yeah.
I know she's begging for her life, but
yes,
she's obviously got something up her fucking sleeve.
Yeah, of course.
Or I mean, out of her hand, firing them darts.
Yeah, I think, like I say, I think it's mostly her just trying to get out of it, basically, just trying to appeal to, not necessarily appeal to it, but just trying to, convince him, really, of
well, they're con artists, the Slitheen, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. They're all a bit shady.
Fucking was it like Del Boy-ish?
Yeah, they're all a bunch of Del Boys. No, Del Boy's got a heart of gold, really.
No, but like what Del Boy does, like snake oil salesman kind of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, no, I love it. Anyway,
Sorry.
What?
I just thought of a bit from Only Fools and Horses, which made me laugh. It's where Del Boy is trying to sell like a big 80s mobile phone in a pub to like one of his mates, and he's like, and there's no signal on the phone because he sells dodgy shit, which just doesn't work, and there's no signal on the phone. So the guy he's trying to sell to can't hear anything. There's no signal on this, and he's like,
I know what that is. I know, that's all right. The satellite has moved out of position, you see. Hang about, there'll be another one along in a minute.
That's quite good.
Oh, this show makes me laugh so much.
Right, if you like Rose, maybe tune out.
Okay. We've been building to this all season, haven't we?
I fucking hate Rose in this episode.
Oh, I feel like that's a bit much. Come on now.
Nah, she's not about it. Not for me.
Look, I see where you're coming. I don't hate Rose. Let me just say, because I support women, Lawrence.
I do too, but Rose, I can't say what I was about to say. Right? Why is it? Why don't you hate her? Why is that too much?
Look.
Why do you support what Rose is doing in this?
I don't.
Why do you think this is an appropriate way to conduct yourself?
Why am I on trial here?
Why do you agree with all the choices Rose has made in this relationship?
I don't agree. Look, I've said it from the beginning. I fully support Mickey, okay? I think Mickey
I know what you've said since the beginning.
Shut up. Mickey has been well and truly forgotten about, unfortunately, by Rose at times, and he has a great moment in this episode where he he tells her he's been dating someone else, and he's like, he can't even try and have another relationship because he'll just come running the second Rose asks and all that sort of stuff. She's got him on a hook.
He's been rizzing up Trisha from the shops.
Yes, well done, Lawrence. Thank you. You got your fun little risen reference in. Well done. Great.
Most of what I do on this show, and I realised this while making these notes, is either read something verbatim, which I know you didn't write down, like the fucking Hoover Max Pro or whatever the fuck it is that Jack brings up about the surfboard.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's most of what I do.
Well, I'm glad you're a part of this show.
I wrote her name was Trisha from the shops.
Invaluable contributions.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Thank
go
you.
on.
Yes, look, I understand. I don't know. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Shall I tell you where I'm at and see if you come up with anything? Mickey, before this big conversation, yes. Mickey says to Rose, his girlfriend, by the way.
Who, Rose?
Rose.
Kind of.
All right. Where was the conversation about breaking up?
Very true, yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
So in Mickey's eyes, a loyal king should stand his ground.
But I mean, he is also dating someone else, but yes.
Yeah. Fucking right. He deserves to get his...
Don't say that.
No.
Don't say that. I could see where I was going. Don't say that.
What I'm saying is, I think he's earned a few.
All right.
No, not as in a few as in women, as in like he's earned the right to be a bit fucking lenient with his loyalty.
Okay.
Because it's been tested, and for the most part, he's been there. He's even been hacking into the fucking government computers for her when she calls.
He's been typing Buffalo non-stop.
He loves it. No, my thing is, right, so in my eyes, I think they're still a couple, I think they both know that that's fucking tenuous at best.
Yes.
But Mickey should not be shaking like a leaf at the prospect of asking his girlfriend out on a date. It's poor form from Rose there. What she's like reduced him to.
But she's not making him. You know, nothing she's doing is causing him to be nervous while asking her out for a date.
I think she's inflicted internal damage to him where he thinks he's gonna be laughed out the fucking door.
she's very agreeable and happy to go on the date, though. She's right. She's up for it.
Yeah. But I also think there's an element of, like, when Mickey's like, do you want to go and tell the doctor? And she's like, no, I don't have to tell him what I do. And I'm like, yeah, but you will, though, won't you? You'll go back and you'll tell him. Like,
she doesn't, no.
No, but she'll go back and the doctor will be like, don't run off. And she'll be like, sorry, doctor. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Look, I don't like it either. I'll make that clear. I do not like it. And I do think Mickey... Or, my heart does feel for Mickey during this episode because he is getting royally just messed around, and it's hard. It is very hard to support Rose throughout this episode, basically, because we feel bad for Mickey.
She says some stuff. I think in the last episode, we spoke about how Nine and Rose have a level of a romance, and we kind of debated that for a second. Yeah. And I made the point that I think Rose is emotionally immature.
Yes.
And she's never proven me more right than when Mickey was like, "Let's go on this date. I'm here. I got on a 2-hour train to bring you a passport so that you can take the TARDIS through customs. Like, you don't need this fucking shit. You've just called me, and I've come here running like a mug."
Yeah, to be fair, she like kind of admitted she didn't need the passport. It was just because she wanted to see him.
No, but what I'm respecting is the level is that Mickey probably knew that too and came anyway.
Yeah.
And Mickey's like, "Shall we go on a date?" And Rose is like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Also, I'm gonna level with you. I had this happened."
Yeah.
And Rose is like, "You don't even like her, and she's fat."
Yeah.
And I'm like, way to be classy, Rose.
Yeah, it's that moment's not great from Rose. Yeah. Can't really defend it, to be honest.
it's just yeah. Maybe I'm being a bit deep on Rose because I get it. Like, who wouldn't? I'll be honest. I probably wouldn't go and see All of Time and Space. Like Nathan said earlier, I don't like getting on a train, let alone going. If I couldn't do all this running.
No, I mean neither.
Yeah, like it's long. I'd say
I'll watch it on DVD.
Yeah, I'd say maybe. Can I move the sofa in? If I can, take the sofa and me. Show me a few planets. Be owned by T. Right? Yeah. That's my feeling. Sure. But maybe when I was 19, I wouldn't have said that. Maybe I would have done my spry running about. But no, my point being, I just think
what I would do is I would say take me back to the 1960s and let me buy a house for like £5 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then just bring me back to the modern day and then we just move in to this house.
I like that. And also if I really wanted to travel in time with the doctor, I'd say, can you go back 5 years and pick me up when I have more stamina?
Yeah.
And I'm sure he would have come over. No, look, I'm laying into Rose. I just think she received a bit of a dressing down from Mickey, and it's high time.
It was high time, and it was a great dressing down as well. It was a really good scene from Mickey as well. Yeah, very much enjoyed that. Welcome back to Nathan Nitpicks a Thing.
Yes!
This is where Nathan nitpicks a silly little thing that really doesn't mean anything. It's just something that strikes me as wrong or pointless. Margaret's all up for having dinner in bondage, as we all would be. Who doesn't love a bit of dinner in bondage? It's great.
Oh, yeah.
There is one moment, though, when the earthquake is going off. Margaret is having trouble keeping up with the doctor. And she's like, "Oh, the bracelets, I'll get zapped if I'm more than 10 feet away from you." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, fair enough, I'll take them off." And then he just holds her hand and then stays with her the rest of the journey to the top. What is the point of taking them off if you're then just going to hold her hand? Sorry, David. If you're then just going to hold her hand and just keep her well within 10 feet of you for the rest of the trip back to the TARDIS. Like, just leave them on at that point, you know?
He's taking some silly risks.
Unnecessary risks.
If it was me, I would have, like, if I was given that power, I'd be like, but like, you did almost fucking blow up the human race and sell parts of the Earth for, like, fucking, I don't know, radioactive fuel or whatever.
Yeah.
I would just, midway through the dinner, I would get up and just run to the other side of the restaurant and watch her get zapped just for a laugh.
Brutal.
No, she knows what she did. Like, she deserves it.
Harsh. All that talk of morality and death and all of that lost on Lawrence. Not a chance. Nah. Not having it. But yeah, that was Nathan Nitpicks the Thing. Like I say, it doesn't mean anything. It has no weight on the episode. It's just a silly little thing that I like
it. Yeah, it's a good point.
Lawrence, this episode is very long. Shall we do Weirdo of the Week?
One more thing. A few more things. Very quick things.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay.
I'll rush through them. Firstly, Mickey makes his choice. He liberated himself. What a king. Good on you, Mickey. I'm sure you'll never pine after Rose ever again.
He's certainly not in the very next episode. Well,
yeah,
actually,
exactly.
no, the next one after that.
That being said, there is a moment where Mickey and Rose are mid-argument. A big earthquake hits. The TARDIS starts fucking smashing this beam of light in the air.
Yeah.
And Mickey's like, yeah, go on then, run off back to the doctor. Like, where are you gonna go, bro?
Home.
That's what. No, but
Cardiff Central.
I'm getting in. If there's an earthquake, I'm getting in the TARDIS. I'm sorry.
You're always getting in the TARDIS, though. You take the TARDIS to the shops.
That's true. Yeah, I would. Yeah. You're pleading for mercy through a dead woman's lips.
Yes.
Hardest line of the season so far.
Oh, so good. I remember. I meant to write that one down. I didn't. I'm glad you did. Yes, very good line.
I have value on the show. I told you. I just write stuff down.
He's proved his worth, everyone. He's earned another week.
Yay!
No, very good line. Yeah, very haunting. Very much enjoyed.
Also, you forget, like, we've only ever really seen her as
massively.
that character, but she was someone.
Yeah.
Crazy.
She had a life. She had presumably a family. Everything. Yeah. But no.
Anyway, Nathan, play the theme.
Weirdo of the Week. Weirdo.
What a great theme, Lawrence. This is a segment of the show where we like to take a moment to focus in and reflect on the weird and wonderful and grubby little characters who cross our screens each and every week. Lawrence, who is your weirdo of this week?
My weirdo is more of a body and institution, okay. Nathan. It is the Raxacorico Fallopatorian government yes. who decree the method of death sentence executions.
Right.
I'll get straight to the point. I think there's something hypocritical about saying this entire family are too evil to live and we exile them. And then, but if they come back, we'll bring them to justice. And our method of justice is to bubble up a cauldron of acid, strip their fucking skin and bone away, and watch their organs drip out in a fucking puddle of goo.
Did they exile them? Did they exile the Slovene?
No, but they're maybe not exiled, but they're never allowed to set foot back there.
Well, yeah,
that's the whole thing. She can't just go back, can she?
Yeah, but I don't think they're exiled.
Well, I don't know. You get the impression that they are.
They were never but they were never told to get off the planet. They had already left of their own accord, and then
they say the Slovene family is very big and there's settlements everywhere. Yeah. I don't know why there'd be settlements if they were,
because they're all evil.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Either way, one day they left. Either way,
yeah.
Death penalty sucks as it is. Why you gotta make it worse?
Hey, it's pretty bad. It's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, maybe that's custom there. Maybe that's the equivalent of just a light and breezy hanging where we're from,
which is pretty gruesome and obviously not something we do anymore. Yeah, I think the last one was the 60s, maybe. I don't know. But
the last fucking legal one, anyway.
Oh, you're talking about lynching? That's a whole other thing.
Oh no! I meant I'm sure there's some government.
Oh,
I don't know. Reddit, 4chan, Jeffrey Epstein. I did it. Well done, mate.
Do you remember when everyone in that video of Saddam Hussein getting hung on their 2004 mobile phone?
I was way too young to see that.
Yeah, I was way too young to see a lot of things. Hope it didn't have any kind of lasting impact on me.
Who knows? What a dark turn. Nathan, who is your weirdo of the week?
Debate and leaving that in.
My weirdo of the week is Saddam Hussein.
My weird.
Do you reckon Doctor Who will ever do an episode?
No, I don't, Lawrence. No, I don't.
They did Hitler.
Let's move on. I think that what am I doing? Where am I?
Weirdo of the week, Nathan.
Oh yeah, I don't know who. Shit. I don't know. I forgot about this segment until we started to record. So I'm gonna do a little cop out this week, and my weirdo of the week we've already discussed it, but it's the little 21-year-old receptionist who works for the mayor and just loves Margaret way too much due to his wrestling with the Doctor. So.
Goes on for a while, that wrestling.
Does. He is. He's holding him back for quite a while. I feel like either that skinny little 20-year-old has some surprising strength, or the Doctor is just, I don't know, playing with him a little bit. So maybe he enjoys a wrestle and he's not had the chance to do it in a while. So
the Doctor's, fucking hell, it's been since my first body I was last doing a bit of wrestling.
Yeah. Exactly. So there we go. What a wonderful and silly little segment.
Indeed. What a good time all round. Thank you for sticking with us for a slightly longer episode. Apologies if you do not know who Adam is, and you likely skipped like the opening 20 fucking minutes. Listen, there's still some time to cast your vote on our weekly poll.
No. Well, yeah, but like hours.
You'll have maybe an hour or so.
Yeah, and that's if you listen to this when it goes up. So,
well, if you didn't, then you were fucking late. But either way, right, there'll be another.
You have until Tuesday morning, I think.
There we go then. Tuesday morning,
or maybe not. I don't know.
No, have we got a poll for next week?
Yeah, probably. I don't know what it is. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll do the one we said we were going to... We'll do the shelved one, which was which gun would you use to shoot Adam? Which is always a good one. Anyway, the whole point of that was a trying to be clever way of saying go follow us on Twitter. We are at StillGotLegsPod on Twitter. Give us a follow, interact with us. We have enjoyed hearing all your weird opinions about what Doctor's clothing is better or whatever the fuck we talk about there. Have a good time. Tell your mates. It's a new show. So, any Whovians out there, show it to your mum, show it to your dad. Doctor Who was a big family experience back in the day. Maybe still is.
Everyone gather around the old podcast player whilst we listen to Still Got Legs this week. Fun for the whole family.
Put this on at house parties. Nothing gets the mood going like Saddam Hussein interactions.
Hey, let me have the orcs. This shit fire.
I'm picturing, the meme of like skip that theme song, and it's the weirdo of the week, and it's like, yo, not this one, bro.
Yeah.
Give us a little, give us a follow, share us out there. Genuinely, we like to hear people's weird takes. We made this podcast. We have another podcast, but we made this one specifically because we really enjoy talking about this show, as dumb as it can be.
Yes.
No question is too stupid, so please hit us up for our takes, your takes. Whatever. Nathan, we have another podcast. I've forgotten what it's called. What's it called?
It's called another. Have you genuinely forgotten what it's called?
Or is this I'm throwing it to you, Nathan.
Ah, I see. Yes, it's called Another Happy Pod. That comes out every Fridays at 10. Every Friday at 10 a.m. The latest episode, we talked all about The Last of Us, the hit HBO TV series. So go listen to that if you enjoy crying.
It's good. Yeah, I enjoyed crying. I'll go check that out. So new episodes of that every Friday at 10 a.m. These episodes... What?
I did say that.
Yeah, but I was fucking going into my thing.
All right, go on then.
These episodes, Nathan... so hang on, I got a better one for you. Speaking of 10 a.m, Nathan, did you know that on Monday there's a new episode of this show? 2 episodes left of Chrissy Eck. So
and we'll never see him again.
Then we'll never see... Yeah, we won't actually, will we, in the show?
Apart from one clip in the 50th anniversary.
Have we found that clip yet?
Yeah, it's in... I think it is, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's in the Doctor Dances. Pretty sure it was last week.
And for my next trick...
Oh, no, or maybe it's coming up. Yeah.
It is for my next trick, right?
Maybe because there's some fancy flying in the next episode. Or maybe the episode after.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. We'll see.
Real question though, what sweater was he wearing?
Was it the red or green?
Who knows? Very Christmassy, the Ninth Doctor, isn't he?
He's a Christmas boy.
Oh, you know, I just clocked he never did a Christmas special.
No, he didn't, unfortunately.
Deprived.
Robbed, we were.
Robbed, indeed, we were. Anyway, thanks. Give us a review. Nathan, tell them how.
So you go to your podcast platform of choice. You go to the rate and review section and you give us 5 stars or more. You can't give us 4. We won't let you, so don't even bother trying. Just give us 5 stars and tell us how much you love this silly little show or how much you hate it. We can say whatever you want. Just give us 5 stars. That's the main thing.
Yeah, we value your opinion, but only if it's hidden under a veil of I love this.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we can choose which ones we do and don't read. Thanks, everyone. We will see you next week for Blythe Droog.
I don't know what it's called, but maybe.
Good.
Bye.